So guys, welcome back to Call of the Wild. I've got a confession to make. I've just eaten some really spicy stuff and my tongue is on fire. I actually held off doing the intro for like 5 minutes because my tongue is still burning. So if you hear any weird stuff come out of me today, just know it's because my tongue is swollen. It's so hot. But welcome back to Call of the Wild. I know that's the weirdest intro you've ever heard while we've been playing this. But today, we're actually going to pretend to be Rambo. You guys heard me right. Rambo of the Wild. And if you're in the last live stream over on Twitch, you'll know why. We unlocked a brand new weapon. If we go to bows, you can see this. Everything's unlocked now. Now, in the past, if you've watched all the episodes up until this point, I've compared the bear claw with the hawk edge. Reason being is I was primarily only looking at the accuracy of this thing, when in actual fact, I should have been looking at the peak draw weight, or peak draw weight for this bow. It's 60 pounds, whereas this one is 70 pounds. Now, when you combine that with the next thing that we've unlocked, which is the arrows, I heard that coyote too. Do I want to look where that is? No, let's stay on track. We've also unlocked these arrows, and look at the penetration these things give. Now, it says a higher weight means more penetration, but it means less flat trajectory. I'm really surprised I managed to get that out with my tongue being so swollen. So hopefully everything added up today with the new bow, with the new arrows, everything goes as smooth as possible and we get to test these things out. But that's not all. I actually also unlocked the Swift Mark III sight for this thing. And I actually really do like it. There's one thing on it that I don't, and I'll show you all when we get into it, but just so you all know, that's what we've got today. In fact, I'll show you all exactly what we're rocking. I think for slot 1, that's where the coyote is over there. Slot 1 is obviously the 338. Slot 2 is the beautiful Rhino. Look at this thing. I still love it. I have been using it more as well. Slot 3 is what we're going to be focusing on, because we are Rambo of the Wild. Let's go see if we can get that coyote. I don't really know where we're going to go today. I think the best course of action would just be to venture out. Don't really have a plan, and then just see if I can bring things in. That's the best advice I would give anyone if you are using the bows. If you want to grind up quick, obviously try and use the areas that you know animals will be at certain parts of the day, but just take your time. Just relax. Absorb everything in about this game. And then you should hopefully come across something. Now, I know what area I'm in. I think, yeah, I'm in this area. I don't really like starting out in this area because I usually rotate around. Okay, this thing is just taunting me, guys. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to get in this bush. I'm going to bring this coyote in. And that's going to be the first thing we test. So I'll be back with you guys in a second. Alright guys, we're back. Now, the last time I left you guys, we last heard a coyote, and I stayed in a bush waiting for that thing for a good chunk of time, but there was just no sign of it. And I don't want to be sitting in a bush for like hours on end for the sake of one coyote coming in. I really want to give this thing a good test run. There's some tracks over there. Is that moose? That is moose, isn't it? Okay, this might be interesting to test these new arrows with the deep... Oh. Okay, that's a male. These arrows have better penetration, so I wonder if it'll have any effect on the moose. Do I still have my collar on me as well? Yeah, I do. Alright, here we go with the stupid derpy collar again. I call it stupid, but it's actually really good for bringing them in. I think I've just seen it too. It's just up there in that tree line. Where did you go? It was just there. This will be an interesting test though, especially for these new arrows. But I wanted to tell you guys that I did find out, now that the devs have got the console... That's a mating call. I thought that was a warning call. 2 mating calls. Come on, come over this way. But like I was saying, I did find out that now the devs have got the console, especially Medved Tiger, up to speed to where PC is. Why did I just hear one right next to me then? I could have swore I just heard one here. That's the male. That's the one I'm trying to bring in, so... Okay, there's a female there. I'm going to use the collar just to try and get a clearer shot. I may as well go for it. There's no way that put that thing down. It did. Holy crap, these things are powerful. So before I was just interrupted by that female moose coming in, like I was saying, I wanted to let you guys know now the devs have got everything back up to speed that they want to in terms of console and PC. I can let you guys know that they've said, since I last saw a live stream from them, that they've got big plans for the game going forward. So, I mean, that's good news for all of us. And they did address... I keep hearing stuff to my right. They did address the fact of the animals teleporting or moving really fast, as I say, at light speed when they're startled in the game. So, hopefully that gets fixed soon. And we've got other stuff to look forward to. I think that male's just left. Usually when they do that, they're a good scoring animal. I've noticed that as well. I have got a lot of messages from you guys saying normally when the animals are stubborn, or when I refer to them as being stubborn, it usually means that they're a higher level animal, which would make sense. I mean, in the real world. Look at it. Where did I hit that thing? Oh, I got a heart shot. Holy crap, so these things really don't have as much height as I expected them to. So you have really got to compensate for distance with these things. What's this? The Valentine's tier. Claim reward by going to the... Oh, okay, so we just got one of the Hunt Club things. I haven't even checked them today. I just got on, and I wanted to see what this bow was all about after I've given it some serious road testing. Alright, so there's our first animal. But like I was saying to you guys, it's actually really good news that the devs have addressed the problem with the animals, like taking off at light speed or teleporting in a lot of cases. It's a coyote feed zone. This is probably where that male was before. Right, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a little bit more patience. I'm going to try and bring that male back in, because if I can take that moose down just like I did, then I want to see what it can do with the males. So I'll be right back with you guys in a second. Alright, so I found the group of moose. All I can see here, though, is just females. I don't see where that big male went. I did follow his tracks in this direction, but I'm not seeing a male. These are all the ladies. Is that the male down there to the left? Don't get too close. Don't get too close. Is that him down there? No, there's a lot of moose here, though. I mean, are they all going to scarper now? No. I mean, we might as well take advantage of this. Here we go. There we go. Okay, I didn't think that the actual... Oh, there he is. Oh, he's big too. Okay, I'm going to stay hot on his heels. The rack on that male look pretty impressive. Why can't I get this? That's another thing that I have noticed in the game as of late. While I've been grinding up, actually confirming the trophies takes a little while to actually come onto the screen. So I hope they address that too. I mean... Hey there. Let's see if we can bring this in too. We may as well. I'm going to try and take advantage of every situation I have today, especially with this bow. But like I was just saying to you guys about problems that I found in the game, if you do ever find any problems, it's always good just to let the devs know. Either drop them a quick message over on Twitter, or even if you stop by in their live stream, just let them know of the problems you've been having. Like, and try and be as specific as possible, like if it's on console, if it's on PC, and they will go out of their way to try and fix it, or make sure they make a note of it so they can fix it. Also, as a side note, my tongue is still on fire. I'm looking at the food next to me there. I mean, if you want to know where it is, in the UK we call them crisps. In the US, you guys call them chips. What have we got? Okay, she's close. Come on in. But there's some spicy salsa crisps. And I bit into one, and it wasn't so bad. And then I had a few, and it's rocked my world, guys. There's no other way to say it. It's rocked my world. All right, here we go. Okay, that one actually didn't go where I expected it to. She'll be down, though. She'll be down in a second. You may as well go and try and chase that up. I am going to double back. What was close to me then as well? Was that a whitetail? I think it was. I am going to double back. Let's see if I can stay hot on the tail of that male over there. If I have to use a 338 as well, I will. Because if that's a good scoring one, then I'm not passing up the chance. Alright, let's see where she went. Also, while we're on this topic of following this moose, if you guys don't know what is causing the problem with the teleporting thing, the devs did address it like I mentioned before. It's a pathfinding issue. So, essentially in a game like this, what will happen is the animals are programmed to behave a certain way. So if you startle them or you go into an area and they either hear you, you know, or whatever it may be, they're designed to run a specific way. It's called pathfinding. And unfortunately, when it's in a certain area of the map, the game doesn't like it or the animal doesn't like it, and it just teleports it to a spot where it should be. And that's what's causing the issue at the minute. It should be a pretty straightforward fix, at least what I'm thinking of. But they've got to find it first, where it's causing the problem. As you all know, as I've said in the past, whenever you fix a problem, you get like 5 or 6 other problems. So it's always going to be a work in progress, but if they do manage to fix it, then I'll be super happy with that. Because no more teleportation or no more light speed from the animals. There's a lot going on around here too. Right, where is the male? If I can pick up the tracks of the male, we can stay hot on his heels. Is it this one? No, it's always really difficult. Look at this. It's always really difficult to find, like, especially if you're looking. Oh, there's a male blacktail nearby. No, you know what? I don't want that. I want the male moose. Where are your tracks? Not this one. Oh god, this is like finding a needle in a haystack. Look at this. Okay, there's the feed zone. At least we got it now. I think he went down this way first. He was like the furthest inland, wasn't it? None of you. It's always really difficult doing this. It's always a good idea as well. Something that I should have done was probably try and spot the male, so it highlights its tracks. We got some stuff over there too. Alright, I'm going to try and find these tracks of where the male was. I'll be back with you guys in a second. Whoa. What is that? Is that an albino whitetail? I have found the tracks of the moose. I'm actually following them around this way, and I've just spotted that over to the left. I've never seen one of those before. I have seen you guys, a few of you guys have sent me images of these over on Twitter, but that's actually my first one. I mean, I hope it is. I hope it's not like a bug or something in the game. Is there anything else? Okay, we got some elk over there. Look how majestic that thing's look. I half almost don't want to take this thing down. I mean, you already know I'm going to. Right, let's go over this way. Do I have my deer grunt? I don't know if I do. I don't know if I brought it with me today. Is it hotkey 6? Okay, there it is. Right, we can definitely bring this thing in. I don't know if it's worth me using the bow. You know what? I said from the start of this episode today, it's all about trying to get the bow road tested. Trying to get it drilled in, so I know what I'm doing with it. It's actually making its way around to me too. If you're wondering where I am, this is South Lake, by the way. This is actually a really good area, especially for feeding zones and resting zones for animals. I'll show you exactly where it is on the map. If I zoom out, it's just this one here. It's actually really good. I'm here quite a lot too. But that is the first time I've ever seen, if it is, an albino whitetail. I'm going to try and bring it in though. I'm going to sit. I think I'm just going to stay here and try and bring it in. Either this track or this track here to my left is that male moose. So hopefully we can get 2 here. I don't want to title this video the one that got away, because it will break my heart. Now I've seen that male moose. Right, let's see if we can bring it in. Alright guys, there's no other way to say it. I'm pretty much heartbroken. I've just seen the albino coming close and then... Oh wait, I can hear something. I can actually see something directly in front of us. Just going to do another call. Whoever that is not the albino. That's one of those words where people say it different ways, isn't it? Albino or albino. I say albino. You guys know what I mean. But the reason I'm heartbroken is because I've just seen it come to what, like literally head straight towards where I was making the calls. And then there was like a skip. And I'm just hoping that it wasn't the glitch. Because if it was, that will break my heart. More than the moose so much, because I've been sat here for a good couple of minutes now. Okay, that is a male whitetail, but that's not my albino. I did see which direction it went to. It went kind of up that way. Towards the northeast. I'm just going to make a couple more calls, see if I can bring it in. If I can't bring it in though, guys, I'm going to be so upset. Okay, so I took the male down that I was trying to bring in. It wasn't anything special. In fact, I actually hit a really bad shot. I think I hit it in its hind leg. I was so distracted when I was taking the shot with the bow because there was still no sign of this albino coming in. Oh, wait. Wait, was it a blacktail? No, it wasn't a blacktail, was it? It was definitely a whitetail, if I can remember. I don't know. It could have been a blacktail, but I'm pretty certain, based on its size, it was a whitetail. And I'm actually really upset that I didn't see it. I should have just taken the shot with the 338, just for the simple fact that it was my first albino and I've took it down. But we started the episode with the bow and arrow, so I'm going to try and stick to it. Alright, this is the plan then. I'm going to double back to this shoreline and see if there's any signs of prints, you know, tracks. I'm still listening out as well, because I've got a feeling they might still be in this area. The one thing the bow and arrow is really good for, although it does cause pressure in the areas, it's not loud. So I'm hoping that we come across the tracks. We've got coyotes here too. There's something right in front of me there. What is that? It's a moose, isn't it? That's a lot of moose. Alright, this is what we're going to do. Get into this bush. Like I told you guys, I'm going to use every opportunity I can to try and get credits and XP. Come over this way. Knowing my luck right now, this male is going to be directly in front of me and I'm not going to see it. These are all female though. Come on in. Okay, here we go. Okay, what do we get? Alright, it was a vital hit. So it's definitely going to be in this direction. One thing that's really confusing me about this bow, especially with these sights, is I can't really work out the range with these new arrows. Like you can see the three prongs, the green, the yellow, and the red. But I can't really get a fix on where I'm aiming with it, if I'm being 100% honest. I know a general area which seems to do the trick because of the power behind the bow, but I can't really dial in the accuracy yet. The one thing that I said to you guys at the start of the episode, which I don't really like about this sight, is if we ADS real quick, and then you middle mouse button, look, it brings up the other sight that we had before this one. So I don't know why that is. And that sight isn't in my inventory either, so I don't know why it's on. Maybe it's a glitch or a bug or something, but I don't know. It would be nice to maybe have this sight, like a little ring around this sight, just to illuminate it a little bit. I don't know, maybe for the novelty, but I saw it in the stream and I just didn't like it. I'm going to be honest with you guys, I didn't like it. It just seemed weird. Right, where are we going? Which is our moose that we were chasing? I got a pretty decent shot on that thing. This area here is where the albino was, so this is where I need to be. Alright, what percentage? 50 to 75. Alright, let's go in this direction and see if we can get that moose. Okay, we're back. As you can see, I've made a friend. I've never actually seen the coyotes do this before. Look, you can see, he's just sat down. Having a look what's going on. Oh, it's a male too. Don't really have a low caliber on me, so I'm going to have to bow this. Well, let's see if we can bring it in a little bit more. My confidence with this bow and arrow at the moment is just at an all-time low. I'm sure if you guys have used them before... Wait a second, is that the male? Just waiting to see what pops through the other side of that tree line, because that looked like a male moose. That is the male moose. I can see its antlers. Which one is it? No, 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 no. I need the... No, females, don't do this. The male's just behind them. There's the male. There's the male. There's the male. Don't run. Oh no, move. Move out of the way. Okay, that was a good hit. It wasn't a drop, but it was a good hit. Okay, there was something else over to my right as well. It was so distracting. Whenever that happens, I always get so mixed up because I don't know which one to go for. All right, wasn't the best hit either. That was a big moose, though. All right, I'm definitely chasing this one down. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put my waypoint, like, there, so I can come back to where that albino was. All right, guys, we got it. We found it. I thought I actually came across the moose glitch, where they just keep going and going and going, and they just show no signs of slowing down. But, I mean, in the end, we managed to take this thing down. It wasn't great, just a bronze, but I'm happy that I took this thing down anyway. Like I've told you guys before, I'm not really going for stuff like golds and diamonds and stuff. I'll get to that. But the most important thing is getting used to this today. Once I get all the weapons down and I kind of trust my own accuracy and stuff, that's when I'm going to be chasing those diamonds. Not anytime soon. I've got a lot more that I want to do with this. Now, there's another thing that I didn't tell you all. While I was following that moose, I came back to this area. I also found the other moose that we got with the bow. But I came back to this area to see if I could see any trails from that albino. And it's gone. The trail's completely gone cold. I don't know where it's gone. I should have just taken the shot with the 338, but at least we got to see one. I mean, if anything, if I can take any consolation, at least I got to see one. I've never actually seen one in the game before. I'm sure I'm going to come across another, but... I mean, I don't even know if they're rare. I would assume they would be. But, I mean, even so, shooting that thing with a 338, I don't think it would have done me any favors anyway, so... I mean, at least we got to see it. Now, I've got a bit of a problem here. What I was going to do was just follow around South Lake around this way, see if I can come across anything else, but... I know there's an area around this bit, or even a little bit further north, that has some good deer. I wanted to change it up a little bit from moose. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to double back around this way, and if there's nothing around here, I'll circle back again and come across this point. So I'll be back with you guys in a second. Okay, so nothing too much to report to you guys. I've just stumbled across what I think is a little group of whitetail. I can't really tell if that is whitetail. I think it is. That's one. Okay, that's a blacktail. Do you know what? I'm really tempted to just use the 338 because I've just seen nothing for like the past 20 minutes. Let me see if I can bring you in. Are you going to want to come this way? If you're wondering what I'm using, by the way, this is the deer grunt caller. This is the one I've been using for like the past few episodes. It's actually really good as well. If you're thinking of getting it and you're high enough level, this thing will definitely bring them in. As you can see, why is the moose coming back? I've said this before, though, to you guys. Like, not just because it's a specific caller for an animal, that doesn't mean it won't bring other things in too. I've always thought that there's a chance of other animals coming in. And you guys have probably seen that throughout the past episodes. This moose is really excited to come and find out what this noise is. I'm not taking you down, moose. I've got like 5 of you guys today. See, I'm so tempted now because it's like perfect range. You know what? Just freeze. Just freeze. Okay, okay. At least we didn't fire a shot. At least we didn't fire a shot. We're okay. We're okay. It tempted me a little bit too much. Let's see if we can continue to bring these whitetail in. I know there was a male blacktail there, but I saw a group of them just over that side, like 3 or 4. All right, here they come. What's that that's just appeared behind them? You guys see that behind the blacktail? Wait, it's over that side, isn't it? Is that another one? Okay, it is. I think we're going to stick with this one. Coming in at a steady pace too. There's a whitetail circling me over there as well. I think like 4 or 5 have come in now. Come on, just a little bit closer. Yeah, you can see they're all kind of popping out the bushes in the background. This guy's a little bit wary though about coming in. Look, he doesn't want to fully commit to walking that straight line. And it's so weird as well, like when the animals turn their heads like that. Right, let's see if you're going to come in with one more call. Got to be quick with this, especially with the bow, because the animation for bringing the bow out is so slow. Yeah, here we go, here we go. The moose has come back. Wait, where are you going? Oh no, come back this way. Do we chance it? I'm going to switch again real quick. Still hear that moose to my left. Come on in. What was that? Did you guys see the blacktail's back? Its back just arched up. Alright, here's a guess shot. It's down. Anything else close? And you guys could hear that weird chainsaw noise. It's so weird now I know exactly what that is. Alright, I mean we got it. Nice, quick, clean one. 913 cash. Pretty straightforward stuff. Okay, so I've made my way further south to one of my favorite spots in Leighton Lake. You guys have probably seen me come to this area before. I don't really want to bother with this female whitetail. She's coming in close. Don't you freak out these male blacktail. You can see one over there and there's one in the reeds. But I did go and check over at the outpost, and the caller that I've unlocked is actually the red deer caller. So I think if we're lucky enough to take one of these blacktails down, we're going to switch up to Hirschfelden. And I'm going to see how that caller works, because I haven't played with it yet. These blacktail have got really nice antlers. Please don't freak out. Come on, just a little bit closer. I could probably take the shot from there, but I don't have any faith with the accuracy of this bow. And what I mean by that is myself. I've not got the accuracy down just yet. I've hit a few nice shots. Oh no, he's freaked out. I've hit a few nice shots, but still want to get a little bit more accurate with this thing. Maybe we should switch to, like, this one. Yeah, I'm going to keep it on this. There we go. And there's the teleported again. Debs, please. Please, Debs. Soon. I know it's coming soon, but it can't come quick enough. I'm convinced that's what happened to the albino over there. I'm absolutely convinced that's what happened. I think it got a little bit shook, and then it just bolted well away from me. All right, we got ourselves a silver with the bow. I'm actually really liking this thing. What have we got over there? Is that just another blacktail? Should we see if we can tempt this one in before we head to Hirschfelden? All right, this one's been a lot more stubborn than the other one. This one did not want to come in for the longest time. All right, it's time to switch to the bow. Here we go. Now, I've got to admit, I actually quite like using this sight over the other one. There we go, it's down. I don't know what it is about that single pin sight that just makes everything easy for me to aim. When I switch to this one, I mean, I have definitely hit, I'd say, somewhat accurate shots with it today, but I really can't get it. You know what I'm going to do? Take my frustration out. This whitetail's been hovering around this area for the longest time. I'm sorry, whitetail. It had to be done, okay? It had to be done. It's credits. Got one more bullet in the chamber. All right, let's see how we did. We got ourselves a bronze. It was a heart shot, too. I'm so sorry, whitetail, but you were causing a nuisance, and I had to get rid of you. That, and I feel bad for missing out on that albino before. That's what I should have done. Is there another one over there? I will take you down. Oh, no, wait. Tango down. I saw him last minute. Alright guys, we're back. I've just heard the call of a red deer. I was literally just about to bring the video back in, and then something's just made a call from somewhere, but I can't see where it's from. We are, in fact, in Hirschfelden. It was a very wet Hirschfelden a second ago. As you guys can see, I've got the caller in my hand too. I haven't used it yet, so I wanted to do it for the first time with you guys. I'm just trying to get eyes on anything. This area, though, is really, really good for red deer. All right, so let's listen to this thing for the very first time. I was just trying to get some altitude. That's the path down there, and I've just come up to the side of the hill. All right, here we go. Oh, that actually sounds really good. I mean, in comparison to stuff like the moose caller and things, the moose caller is really derpy, in my opinion. This thing actually sounds organic. Is that the right word? Authentic. I don't know. I've been in Call of the Wild for like almost 4 hours today, guys. You'll have to excuse me if I'm going a bit insane. But I definitely heard a call from another red deer then. So I think what I'm going to do is just hang around this area and see if we can entice something in. I think I'm going to stay in this tree. There it is. Holy crap. This thing has been the hardest animal I've ever tried to track in the game. Not taking any chances. Go down. Right, at least I tagged the thing. Okay, so I want to let you all know exactly what's just happened because, in all honesty, guys, it's been like an hour since I last spoke to you all in the video. I don't know what it was about this particular red deer, and I thought that was actually a pretty decent shot, but it turns out that it wasn't. Was that just a flesh wound? Really? That was just a flesh wound? Okay, well, nevertheless, I'm still going to track this thing. I'm going to track this thing to the ends of the earth. I'll tell you guys why. When we were last, I think we were like, where was it? In fact, will the map show how far I've tracked this thing? I mean, look at this. And this isn't just straightforward walking or running either, guys. This is intervals of stopping using the caller, using the scents, trying to mask my own scent because of the wind. It's literally just been the hardest thing I've ever tracked in the game. And I mean, you guys can see I've still not got the thing down. Alright, let's see if we can catch up with it. I don't really understand what went wrong there, because I was trying to use the caller at intervals. I wasn't using it, like, constantly. And this thing's 75 over 100. Okay, this might take some time. But, like, even with the red deer scent, the caller, the scent eliminator, even not being in the way of the wind, it just didn't want to come in. Now, I've got a question for people who play this game a lot more than me, because I know a lot of people watch this video and even give me tips. Are the red deer the hardest thing to bring in the game? I don't mean hardest thing to take down. Are they generally one of the hardest animals to bring in with callers and scents and stuff? Or have I just got really unlucky with this one particular red deer? I mean, I already know this isn't going to be a great score, but I'm not letting it go. There it is. There you are. Oh my god, you made me work for this. I mean, over everything, we were just tested the caller. What were you in the end? You were just a medium. Oh, it's okay, because I hit it in the jaw. It's when it turned its head, I didn't get the shoulder shot. Okay. That thing made me work so hard for that. I mean, all in all, we only came to Hirschfelden to test this. And I actually, even though I'm sick of it, because I've been using it for the past hour, it's actually a really nice noise. It definitely feels, you know, like it's supposed to, or it sounds like it's supposed to. Whereas stuff like the moose caller, it just doesn't feel right. Like I keep saying, it sounds so derpy to me. But I mean, we came, we tested, and we managed to do what we wanted to, which was bring in a red deer and take it down with the caller. And I can't tell you guys how long today's episode's been. I'm looking across at my other screen. 5.5 hours I've been recording Call of the Wild today. But even so, elements of it have been a lot of fun, especially seeing that albino. Let me know in the comments, guys, if you've come across one. But it is time to end. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for your support. And I'll see you all in the next one.